chats if you want to send a donation. There is still 20 minutes of the show left, but we have some other questions. Martin Jones asks, and this one's for me, should PA drop all talk of the JQ, or is it something that can help us win hearts and minds? Well, thank you for the question, Martin. I have been told many times throughout my life that there are certain things I shouldn't talk about, and the list of things I shouldn't talk about include the JQ. It includes demographic change, it includes race, it includes terms like white genocide. I remember at one point, somebody said to me, you will never, ever get terms like the Great Replacement and white genocide into the mainstream. And you've heard terms like this now used in all the mainstream newspapers, on mainstream conservative shows, and they've become part of the narrative. Why have they become part of the narrative? Because we have pushed them, we have popularized them, we've shifted the Overton window. When I started PA with Laura, people said to me, look, Mark, just talk about anti-immigration. Don't talk about demographics. It's too much. It'll scare people away. Well, now, Britain First, for Britain, and every other nationalist party are talking about demographics because PA pushed the envelope on demographics and forced the conversation. And I believe when you talk about the JQ, I believe that talking about minorities holding disproportionate power in the West is something that's extremely important. It is not only honest, but it is important. You could just as easily say, is it counterproductive to talk about things such as grooming, to talk about things such as sexual offences against the indigenous population? After all, talk of things such as sexual offences makes people cringe. The Muslim community have a lot of power locally. Shall we drop that? Shall we stop talking about that? You know, the left say that's a conspiracy theory too, and that we're blowing things out of proportion. You know, where do you draw the line? If something is a truth, and if that truth is something that affects our people in a negative way, we have the right to talk about it. And we have gone into battlegrounds, ideological battlegrounds, that we were told were unwinnable. And we've won every single battle, and we have forced others to adopt our talking points. That doesn't mean we stop pushing. That means we push a little harder because we're actually getting somewhere. The fact of the matter is, if we don't talk about the issues that affect our people, we aren't going to get anywhere. And if we do get somewhere with a load of hidden agendas, when we get to the somewhere we want to be, we're never ever going to be able to initiate any of those secret agendas, because the people we got there with will say, well, where's all this come from? This isn't why we were on board with you in the first place. Why are you talking about this now when you haven't talked about it for the last 15 years? That's not how politics works. And I'm pretty sure that if we dropped talking about grooming gangs, demographics, white genocide, the disproportionate power wielded by certain minorities, that all the wonderful people who have supported this community for so long would pretty much turn their backs on us, and for good reason. I am not selling out. I'm never going to sell out. And I am proud of the fact that we've pushed this. And if people don't want to push the truth, if people want to hide from the truth on demographics or white genocide or replacement or the JQ or grooming gangs or whatever, there are other parties that you can go and support that hide all of those things. But I can tell you this, those are not the kind of exciting group that we are. And I think it's very important that we hold on to our values. What has cucking ever got nationalism in the past? Where's it ever got nationalism? Nowhere. What do you think about this, Keith? Do you think we should sell out? Do you think we should cuck? Should we stop saying the truth?
No, I agree with you. I mean, you know,